Studio's underfunded. Mine's off.
Is mine on? Mine's on.
Yeah.
Check. Oh,
God damn it. Get in there. There we go.
you in black or my white? Okay, and intro's going up. Bloop.
Really gets their dicks hard when they see the slow curtain.
Slow curtain. That is like the slowest curtain I've ever seen.
It says test.
Yeah, because I'm testing the chat.
Oh,
Hello and welcome
are we live?
back to another episode of The Plug
Welcome.
Indie Music Review Show.
Yeah. Who is that?
Oh, that?
Is that old school? Is that old school J-Lo?
Yeah, that's the chick that
Fly
picked up
Girl.
a couple planets
That's
back.
Fly Girl's J-Lo.
We wanted to drop her back off at her home planet, but she refuses to.
She just parties all the time. She just won't leave.
Yeah, so we just let her do her thing. You're here with DJ Polly G. My name's Ether. We have Bob here and a very
Yo.
special guest, Steve Luke.
Steve Luke in the house.
Member of
Local legend.
Washout.
Philanthropist. Contortionist. Dominatrix.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, man. It's good to see you, man. Good to have you on, bro. It's good. This is the bro of bros, man. Yeah, but we've all known Steve for a while. Steve, why don't you cue them in? What do you do? You're in media, and you obviously work with film and audio and stuff like that. What's your deal?
Yeah,
What is your deal?
What's your deal, Steve?
I do video, for a big company, and keep it. It's basically, motorcycle industry type of stuff.
Nice.
Now, I've done a lot of different stuff, but now it's basically kind of niche motorcycle stuff.
Cool.
That's
Nice.
and you guys do great work. I've seen your work.
Oh,
it's
thanks.
amazing. Also, you are in a band called The Washout,
Yes.
and awesome band. What would you say your guys' genre would be if you have one?
We have heard all kinds of weird things, but a lot of times it falls in kind of metalcore area. It's
Yeah.
kind of a progressive metalcore. I don't know.
I totally
That's
get
what's
this
up.
like
I'd say
Opeth,
pretty-
but
I'd
you're
say
like
it's pretty
harder too.
progressive.
You play bass, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Guitar.
No.
Guitar, lead guitar.
Yeah, Leah's
He's like,
on
no,
bass,
that wasn't
right?
me.
That
That was-
wasn't me. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
It's
I can't play
Leah
bass.
on bass.
You can do
Dave on
anything, Steve.
drums. Shit, who else is in that fucking
And then Leah's brother Jesse.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Jesse.
yeah.
And then Jerry.
Oh,
sings.
Jerry, of course, obviously.
Yeah, Jesse, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, man. Have you ever seen our show before?
I've watched, like I said, I was telling these guys earlier, every time I do, every time, I don't go on, Facebook that often, but, every time I do, I'm taking a shit. So if I'm watching you guys, I'm, sitting there taking a shit.
We're taking a shit too. It's just on camera.
Yeah.
I'll help out.
Well, I appreciate you being on the show, man. So, for those of you just joining us, this is all musical. Well, it is all musical.
I mean, pretty much it is.
We're three assholes that that get on the internet and rate and review all original music. By your submission, of course. You can submit by going to the email that is thepluglive.sub@gmail.com and send your
Yes.
songs in. We have kind of a new format we're just following today, which is kind of a, what would you say, fuck it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Fuck It Friday.
It's well,
Fuck
I
it
wouldn't say
Friday.
it's a fuck it thing. It's I'm defeated. I have been beaten to the ground.
I can
And
literally
I-
smell the defeat.
Yeah, it's rife.
It's
It
just
is ripe.
It is.
And I just don't want to work too hard today.
It's been a day. It has. And it's hot as fuck out here. Steve, how are you getting along in this heat, man?
Nobody wants to work on a Friday.
I mean, I know.
Never.
Tell me about it.
I don't
Especially
mind
not in the heat.
I like
Not in the heat.
Not the heat.
I don't mind the heat at all.
I sweat a lot already. It'll be winter. I sweat in
Paul's
the
a
winter.
very, very
You do
sweaty
I
man.
sweat.
sweat while I'm speaking. I sweat while I'm listening. I just sweat, man. I
I'm
sweat.
the same way.
I'm perpetually wet all the time.
Perpetually wet with sweat.
There's not a deodorant in the world I've found yet. The whole
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange back when there's 8,000 deodorants at the grocery store, and not one of them says, make somebody that smells this bad not smell. I literally, there was a gauge. They have a Scoville units. Give us this for deodorant.
Yeah, for real. How much?
Max
I
it
need
out.
that.
How
I need
powerful
that
is this?
Max strength shit.
Once again, we rate and review
sharing
music
this,
by
I'm not
submission.
Facebooking.
Speaking of which, share this broadcast. It's kind of a business card. This is a platform for not us, for everyone.
Yeah, so everybody who
to
gets
share
their
their
songs
music,
for you
collaborate with
guys.
other artists. get advice, share collective works, all of the genres all over the board.
Yes.
And I would say that there is no more genres anymore. If there's one thing this fucking show has done, it's obliterated my genre meter.
Dude, there's
to
so many
zero.
genres. There's so many things.
And it's usually
that you
Ethan
can
just saying
explore.
some weird shit that I'm not even sure is a genre.
Americanic swamp jig.
Did you see that thing I sent you on
Do you even
Facebook
know?
the
Can
other
you
day,
repeat
Ethan?
that? Repeat that.
Americanic swamp
No.
jig.
That's not. You said that's not the same.
Americanic.
There you go.
Americanic
Americanic,
swamp
like
jig.
mechanical
It's like Americana
Americana.
with that Louisiana blues kind of wow wow.
Isn't that what would you consider to be Americana? What would you
But it's
consider to be
jig,
Americana?
so it's danceable. I don't know. You throw some techno behind it.
These nerd things are fire, so I'm gonna grab one more of these. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
You can send your submissions in. We do have a lot of them in place. We're gonna get breezed through this intro. You can donate to the show. $10 gets you bumped up on the list. $20 for up next. And I think we're doing that a little bit later in the show. Is that how it's working? Right
Huh?
now. What are we doing first?
What do you mean?
How does this work?
Oh, we're just gonna take people's songs. You just send your songs in, and we're gonna play them.
All right. Yeah.
works for me, man.
If you'd like to donate to the show, we very much appreciate it. If you just want to do it for the awesome content, clearly, that we bring you every Friday night, you can do that as well. It's very much appreciated. It goes to keeping the lights on in the place. And
There's a lot of lights in here.
we have gotten a lot of prints that we are going to send out after this weekend, and we're stoked about that. So
Yeah.
you will get a print
We're
if you
gonna have
donate.
shirts too.
You get an
Yeah,
autographed
soon,
print
too.
from us, and we'll just kind of randomize it and give you one of our cool ones.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cool, guys.
So ratings and reviews work like this: a 0 to 10. And once again, take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Everybody in the comments get really vocal because it's important. They want to hear from you.
yeah, they
guys,
want to
not
know
us.
what you think.
They want to hear from everybody, and there's more of you than there are us. Hopefully, I don't even know what we're at right now. But
Right now, we are at about 10 people watching. Dad looks
Killing it.
different here.
yeah, I mean, just get vocal in the comments. Tell people what you think about the music. They
Where are you
want
guys
that.
from? Are you guys
Be
just tuning in?
respectful.
Jordan Klein, you can't with the dancing lady. Don, hey, what's bopping?
What's up, Don?
Brent,
This does not
Dad
stop.
looks different
Look at
here.
that move.
I mean, she's fucking killing it. I'm not gonna lie, she's practicing for something.
What genre of dance is that?
Depends on what. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I feel like
So
there's like
Steve, also, I heard in the grapevine,
Twerk
that is
wop?
Facebook, that you have an impeccable Joe Pesci impersonation. Let's get some. Can we get a little bit of that?
Oh man, that's a
People love
be on
impersonations.
the spot.
Did you do a Joe Pesci impression?
Who the fuck are you?
Jesus fucking
Let me ask you
Christ.
that. Who the fuck are you, pal?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anything anymore.
Now go
That's-
get your fucking shine box. Oh, that was great, man.
was
Hey, if I had a button to
unbelievable.
press,
Let me ask you, who the fuck asked you?
That's great.
spot on, bro.
Holy
that is
shit,
spot
it scares
on.
me. It's terrifying. It makes me really feel like you're Joe Pesci right now.
No, we even got the South Philly swing to it. Like who the fuck are you? That's awesome, man. Bob, you got to be better on the spot with these. Where are you at with the samples?
Jonathan
Put
Schultz.
some liveliness to the show. Jesus Christ.
Jonathan Schultz. Yeah, so you guys from last episode, you said you're going to get your songs played. We are going to get your songs
Yeah,
played.
those are first.
Jonathan Schultz, if I'm not mistaken.
Somebody just donated to the show.
Jared
Thank you for
Skipper
that.
also
Appreciate it.
is. Thank you for the donation. Is also on
Mr.
the list.
Murphy.
So we're gonna get through those guys ASAP. In the beginning here, we got Jared Skipper bringing new sound and genre, heaven hop rock. Yeah, straight out of Tallahassee, Alabama.
What is it?
Heaven hop rock. It's a new genre that he created. The song's called "Dropping Bows."
Heaven Hop Rock.
All right, let's check it out.
Here we go.
That's not the name of it.
Yeah. This I had to have. Watch this. Yeah.
The way I slide, I'm going sub-zero. Want 'em zooming by, leave 'em in the smoke like roll. Run up in the road to victory, and I drove on 'em, feel like they were meant to be. So with no wonder I'm on fire, had to stop, drop and roll on 'em. I'm so fly, had to stop and drop a pose on the morning sound. I'm a natural stone cold, stone of people jump like the rock. I'm dropping bones on 'em. Be alert. When the angels meet me, they love to flirt. When the information receive a good word, I didn't ask to be here on this beautiful earth. I gotta give it what it's worth. They thought I flip, but my mind more equipped. Ambidextrous grip, brushing my shoulders off, I'm not leaving a chip. Start dissing my drip, vibrations I live. It's a natural gift, plus a ninja move swift. One in the Bible belt, I'm hip. Anointed oil in my cup, take a sip. Ooh, my life, I love it. No need for rushing. Other make quack all they want, but you won't see me ducking. Can't tell me nothing, don't struggle on dropping low. No longer than at the volcano, I had to explode. The way I slide, I'm going sub-zero. Want 'em zooming by, of this world. Heavenly twink, run out of chink. The best way to think is ambidextrous. Don't be a sling. That move stinks, I strengthen the link. And knock out the kinks. This shit when I sing, every day I work to stay in the pink. Anoint oil in my cup, take a drink. Draw life, I practice so I pierce. Through traffic, others may duck all they want, but you won't hear me cracking up. Faithful from my crown to my 10 toe. Feeling like I'm leaping from the tow road, dropping balls. The way I slide, going sub-zero. Want them zooming by, leave them in the smoke like roll. Run up, pave the road to victory. Then I drove on them, feel like they were meant to be. So with no wonder I'm on fire. I just stop, drop and roll on them, I'm so fly. I just stop and drop a pose on them, rolling down. I'm a natural stone cold, stone of people jump like the rock. I'm dropping balls on them.
Jared.
Right.
Jared Skipper.
Yeah,
I like that, man.
it was really good.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It's a very
dancers
chill.
loved it.
Dude, I hope this
song.
is some of our heat
I
transfer
like that.
paper.
I like that.
It's not.
The
Okay.
bass line
I'm just
is-
sitting here drawing on $2 sheets of paper.
I think that you've
I
got
did like
everything
that.
going on you for that song, and it's about as good as you can make it. And if you're going for that direction, I'm bopping this one off at a solid radio-worthy 7.5. Flip, flip, flip,
Good score. I'm gonna agree with you on the radio worthiness.
Yeah.
I mean, production was good.
As far as
That
mix
was really
goes,
good.
yeah, it was super
It's
clean.
a little too heavy on the. God damn, that sounds horrible. A little too heavy on the. Me personally, that high mid bass, I'm not a big fan of that. The way that sounds on
Because
subs.
you're an old man.
I don't know, man. If you're gonna make a pound, I just don't see why you don't go with a lower frequency and just make it, get that
The
808.
808 man.
That 808, man.
Okay.
And throw it in there. That Drake does that with What Next? What Next? That
What's
new
going to
joint?
happen next?
It's right there. It's like do do do.
Jonathan Schultz, we definitely will wait to play your song till later on. He's not going to be able to get on for like
Pants
a
off,
while.
dance off, bro.
Pants off,
Yes.
dance off. Fun fact, none of us are wearing pants.
Hey,
Yeah, you can't see it, but we're all naked from the waist
share this
down.
broadcast.
We did
Please
have
do.
pants on.
We need more
We're
people.
sitting here with the incomparable, the insatiable Steve Luke.
Let me get closer. Oh, shit.
Bob. All right, it's about to get on your ass. It's about to, where's the sample, Bob?
Right here. Right here,
Steve,
bro.
what just did your eardrums just process?
What
there?
is happening?
You know what? That is mixed well. Yeah, it sounds good, man. Like the first thing I thought was these. I thought all that was playing were these two little speakers up here, and I was like,
Yeah, we got an extra
this is
sub.
bumping,
got a
man.
sub
Yeah, I
bump
found out the sub, but that makes sense because yeah, it sounded good. Had a good groove to it.
So
I like the
some
bass
people
line
don't
a
like
lot,
to rate
too.
songs. I like to rate them because I feel like that's what they're asking for. So you can do that or not.
What's the scale?
The scale is like 5 is like average. So you say like 5 is like the dude walking up to you on the street.
And it
his
sounds
music's
decent
not
enough.
not
Take
great,
my
but it's
CD,
okay.
man. Take my
and
CD.
yeah,
Check out my
you know,
mixtape. It's
the
fire.
five is like your average run of the mill. And I feel like people give away 10s too easy on the show sometimes. It hasn't been, last show nobody did, but 10's like the best shit you've ever heard.
Sometimes we're
Who's your
giving away
favorite
last
artist?
Oh man, I couldn't even.
Yeah, that's
Right?
impossible.
You ask me
right?
that shit all the time, too.
What's one of your favorite artists?
You know,
What have you been
that,
jamming
that
a
I've
lot
been
lately?
jamming a lot lately.
Yeah,
you
what have you
I
avoided
actually,
too, dog?
actually been. I go by seasons, man. Like in the winter, that's
I
weird.
know
It's
exactly what
weird.
you mean. No, I know exactly what
In
you
the
mean.
winter, I'll listen to a lot more hip hop, like,
Mm-hmm.
like weird indie stuff. That's just like progressive, weird indie stuff. That's like not even signed by anybody. But then, like in the summertime, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I always go back into like, heavier rock or else even classic rock and stuff. And it's like a seasonal thing for me. But what I
hear
like,
you.
what I
Same
like
way.
is hearing new shit. Period.
yeah.
Like whenever I can hear something new, it's cool.
Well,
I
you
like
came to the right place, man.
Somebody needs to tell this chick behind Bob that the music stopped. Take out her AirPods.
She's, yeah.
So what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the best shit you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it would, the production was good enough for me because I've done that shit enough times to know like what you got to do to get that shit done. And vocals were good. I liked it. It wasn't like mind-boggling or anything.
Yeah.
But I would say solid 7.
Solid 7.
All right.
Don, I am a 10 horror times. That
I am.
happens. It's
I
only
am
when-
with these two. Sorry. What were you saying? 7 out of 10.
No, it's
from Don.
okay, man. It's okay. 7 out of 10 from Don.
No pants. Great.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
pants. 10.
fantastic.
Bob, what do you think? Did you already go?
No, well, I think I said before, I really like the bass line. It was like, I think I agree with Paul though. It could have been a lower frequency, but I
Okay.
like the groove of the
was
bass line.
groovy.
I would
I just like
little, maybe a little too much auto tune for my taste, because you know how I feel about that. But
I mean, I liked it. It was done right.
I'm not going to take it. Yeah, it was done right, so I'm not
Didn't
going to take
sound
points
too
off
weird.
it for that. I'm going to give that. I agree with Ethan too. It sounded very radio ready. The mix was clean. Yeah, I'll give that a 7.5.
7.5 from Bob.
7.5 from Bob.
I didn't give it a score yet. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't pick anything apart. That was pretty fun song. It bouncy and it had like good rhythm to it. Also, it's a little generic. I mean, like it just kind of sounds like you know.
That sounds like
It's hard to
stuff
make
that's
music
on
like
the
that. Though. I feel like
radio.
it's harder to make music that.
But if you were at a party,
Like
that
if-
would
yeah.
that would get everybody.
I mean, you
jumping
could play
around.
that.
Oh, yeah,
at
totally.
the
Well,
bar,
if it was
you know.
everybody was able to do it so easily, that's why I have a problem with the word generic when it comes to music. Because if everybody was able to do it so easily, then wouldn't everybody be
Everybody
putting out
would
the
do
same
it.
quality music all the time? And it's just not there. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference. There's something that's not there in professional music that's produced correctly. And this was pretty close. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 as well. I liked it.
Oh.
I liked it. J-Rod Skipper. Pretty good stuff.
Pretty good stuff.
Throwing bows. I
Stuff.
don't know if I'd be throwing bows that song.
Dropping bows.
Throwing bows.
I usually reserve that for the hardcore scene.
Dropping bows.
Oh yeah,
Like,
doing that
it's
windmill
good.
shit.
Dude, we've seen some rugged shit at concerts, bro.
Oh,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you see those,
You remember-
we're not
you-
talking about those pussies that go in there and are just like not those guys.
No,
all right?
these guys are like cartwheeling through the crowd.
Fucking
like,
Jesus.
Banana Man, Bob. When I say the words Banana Man, what comes to your head?
what? Oh, the guy,
Banana Man.
dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember
the dude in
Banana
the
Man?
Costume. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, Banana Man got fucked up.
Banana Man, what the fuck?
Do you remember?
Dude, that was Harry's buddies, man. They're those Air Force, those flap
yeah,
dudes.
yeah, yeah. Fucking
Is
flaps,
that-
man.
Yeah, it sounds so bad when you say it. I wanted to say it, but it sounds so
Flap
bad.
dudes.
But that's how they act. Dude. Like these guys are like, this guy's like 6'4", like super athletic. Like I mean, just looks the part, and does this like jump sidewall. You know, whatever. What would you call it? Sidewall spin kicks.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like you wouldn't even like. It's definitely that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do you-
I just don't know what you call
Just a jump
call
off
it.
the
Paulie,
wall,
do you remember?
side spin kick.
Paulie,
right into
do you
the-
used to
remember
call
when we
it
did?
Wow.
We did sound inside that boxing ring. It was like
Yeah, the wall of
12
death.
feet by 12 feet. And there was
That-
like 100 people
that was-
packed in there.
That was a wall of death in a tiny ass room, and that was hilarious because there was two super vanilla white kids that did not look like they were supposed to be there,
Yeah.
and they were just standing there like, "Oh, this is nice." Like, and like the room separates into two sides. They're just like, "Oh,
They're just standing
what's
in the middle.
about
like,
to happen next? Oh shit, I'm all alone." And then he's like, "Rrrr," and everybody just went,
Danger.
and this one poor girl immediately hits the deck, and people just start walking like trampling her.
Jesus Christ.
Her boyfriend's down there with her, man, and.
Nobody was seriously injured. Or
No,
killed,
Bob and I
but-
got her out of there, man. We got her out of there. She wasn't hurt. I think she got a new boyfriend. Because that dude did not act right afterwards.
I
He
hope
was
so.
not like a very manly character. She was like, "You didn't even help me." And he's like, "Well, what was I supposed to do, Sarah?" And Bob and I both looked at each other like, "Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Whoopsie daisy."
Yeah, Bob is not drinking 8-Ball. Bob is drinking Natty Light.
Yeah, that's that grapefruit stuff.
It's fucking good, man.
They're pretty good,
It's great in the summertime. It's
Yeah.
hot as shit out.
Gives you the shits.
All right, we're
that
bopping
is
on
yet
over
to
to the
be
next
confirmed.
planet. We got Vinnie Murphy with a new track he's released called Open Your Eyes featuring Jay.
I thought you were saying in the background. We got Vinnie Murphy in the background.
Noise.
Oh, that's not Vinnie.
That's not Vinny.
What's the name of the song?
Open Your Eyes.
Shout out Wilderness. This beat is crazy, by the way. Listen, I grew up faster than your average little kid. I should probably not have seen so many things, but shit I did. Used to roam the streets at 10, now I'm stuck inside the crib. I don't wanna leave the house, I think somebody wants me killed. It's probably paranoia, but personally I think I should probably cop a pistol for emergency and shit. I know some niggas dead cause they ain't never have a weapon. Unfortunately, that's the only way to stay protected. And I'm worried for the future, what we teaching our kids. You got a piece trapped to you cause you need it to live. I'm yelling peace, then we watch another bomb blow. So we ain't picture perfect as far as Picasso's go. They're hanging heads on their walls like they artifacts. Artificial energy behind your back, and they plotting moves, so be wary of that. And the comfort of your home is where your enemy at. So just be cautious, the devil comes dapper than Prada. So you probably do not wanna be carried by your mama just to lay you to rest. Heart beating, got a pain in the chest. She couldn't save you from a dame in distress. So the only way to distract is empty bottles on her dresser with your name on the disc. She was supposed to protect you, she thought she failed you with that. The overthinking and the bottles had her lay on her back. She joining your zone while you were alive. She was over the moon, and now we got a dark soul in the room. A glowing is gone, she's wicked when approaching the broom. Because the absence of her energy was rapidly attacking her mentality. She gone.
Dude, that's that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
Applause.
Wow.
Applause.
Who the fuck was that? That was Vinnie Murphy. Who?
Yeah, who was rapping on that?
JD.
JD.
Fuck is JD?
Yeah.
I gotta get that after the show here because
Dude, that is
I'll hit
yeah.
you
That
up
was-
about it because I want to throw that in my
Yeah,
Dude,
that is
I-
a bopper.
Why don't you start off, man? What did you just hear?
Oh man, I liked it because I grew up in the '90s. I was all into like the hip hop scene, real heavy, back then. And when I hear shit now that has a kind of an old school vibe to it, maybe some like fretless bass, you know what I mean? It's got a little piano in there and shit, man. I love that.
God,
Get
I
a
love
little
lo-fi.
groove, like a slow groove, like you can fuck to that shit, or you can snowboard to that shit,
Oh yeah,
or you can fucking
carving it, just
sit
like
around-
fucking
yeah.
just cruising.
It just was cool, man. And
For
I
real.
like the lyrics a lot.
I'll be real. Before you finish your
Storytelling
thing here,
and
I would like to
music
say
is
that
important.
is going on my playlist tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yep.
What would you give that score out of 10?
Oh man, I'm gonna give that one an 8.5.
8.5 from Steve. I'm gonna go right behind him. I'm gonna give it a 9. That's my type of shit. I love the short and sweetness of it, how it told a story. I love that guy's voice. He sounds like Devin the Dude in like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I was definitely
kind
getting
of
the Devin the
Devin the
Dude.
Dude vibes, like that lo-fi, like street hop. It just always telling a story. I love that shit. That is my type of shit, and I feel safe with a 9.
Yeah, for
I
real.
mean, that's about as close to a 10 as I give most.
You know what,
songs,
man?
so.
It didn't sound over processed.
No,
No,
it
it sounded
sounded
natural.
like everybody was doing their
Sounded
thing.
We've gotten a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was
songs from
well-balanced.
Vinny.
Like-
he's great at
Totally.
Well,
job, Vinny.
the beat was super chill, lo-fi. That's my type of shit. I love that type of shit. Actually, that's most of the people's in this room type of shit.
Yeah, me
Because we all love that shit. My old lady, if she was in here, she'd be saying the same thing. She's big on that.
Yeah.
But that in mix with the tone of that guy's voice, even how it just like the vocal processing on it was right above that threshold where the voice is coming out of the music. So he's high enough in that range to where you can hear every single word he's saying and
Yep.
with clarity.
Yep.
And he didn't dial up too much. A lot of people like try to overprocess and like make it sound more smoothed out. I thought it sounded fucking perfect, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dig the shit. What was the name of that track?
The track was called "Open Your Eyes."
Open your eyes.
Fucking
I'm gonna hit you up.
Wait,
about
was that
one.
right?
yes.
Hold on, let me check again.
I look like Open Your Eyes. Don't I?
Yeah, that might have been a different song. So I just want to make sure.
Check the downloads there.
Yep. It's called "Open Your Eyes."
Open Your Eyes. All right, so that's Vinny and JD. Open Your Eyes.
No, I totally agree. I think this song has implications. Gives me hope that the future of hip hop is going to be a one where hip hop isn't dead and where music doesn't die with it.
I am 100% with you on that
And
shit.
You've inspired me. You've
And
motivated
this is the type
me,
of shit
given
that's
me
gonna span, I
optimism.
think.
Absolutely. I can foresee a future in the year 2040 when they're listening to listen to street
That's
hop
like
and
that's
boom
not
bap.
not even 20 years.
Well, fuck. I mean, yeah, dude, the future. I'll be listening to that
We'll
type
be
of
alive
music.
and well,
These kids
bro.
will be like, hey, Dad, you hear this new Vinnie Murphy beat? And I'll be like, well, let me listen to this.
Told you a little
And
story
it's
about
like
man named
fucking
Vinny.
bopping. Yeah, I will. I'm looking forward to that. I think you're gonna lead the people into that direction. Fantastic job,
Like
sirs.
the mighty Moses.
Yes, fantastic job, and I applaud you. And naturally, as is tradition and as is my paradigm, I give you a solid 10.
A 10. All right, I'm cool with it. You know, I'm cool with it. That one I'm not gonna argue with you on. I feel like I should have. I'm not gonna use my change though.
Noise.
I'm not gonna use my change. I did like the length of it though. It was like what was that? 2 minutes?
Yep, 2 minutes and
That
20.
one was, man, that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Bob, you didn't give a score.
Oh, yeah, man. I pretty much agree with everything you guys said. It sounded mixed perfectly. I really, dude, it was almost like Devin the Dude mixed with like Action Bronson or something.
Yeah, the spit, the style when she was rapping. I think like
his
so-
rapping style was really cool.
You ever heard of Talib Kweli? I'm sure a lot of people
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
But that's a little bit too his rapping style, where he doesn't take a whole lot of breaths, but he raps real slowly. Like I like that
Yeah.
type of shit. He doesn't break up his flow very much. Where's this pen
Oh,
come
yeah.
from? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
What do you give it, Bob?
I'm gonna give that one
shit. I was gonna say, you need one?
solid.
As a matter of fact, I do.
That's a 9.
It's a 9 for Bob. Fuck, I'm feeling generous. I'm gonna use my change. 10.
Woo!
10 for me. I like it. I honestly don't know if I would change anything about the song at all. I don't think I would.
I was the lowball guy, but that shit's going on my playlist.
Fuck yeah.
This winter, I'll be shredding
I
Pal.
just feel like it's deserved, man. I
Vinnie
never
Murphy.
give Vinny. I always give Vinny 8 solid 8s on his beats because they're always just dope. But this one with the lyrics, I'm in.
Well, moving forward, Technomancer is a Canadian instrumental project
Technomancer?
melding modern metal
Sounds
and
dope.
electronic music.
All right.
Had him on the show
Infraspectrophotometry is a track off Technomancer's debut EP, Hexadecimal. This track features a guest solo from First Fragment guitarist Nick Miller. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
The song, Hexadecimal.
Share this
No, the
broadcast.
song
Share.
is Infraspectrophotometry. The artist is
Share it.
Technomancer. All right? So put that in your butt. Wow.
That was cool.
That was very fucking cool.
Dig it.
Let me get in on this real quick.
What was the name of that song?
It was called infraspectrophotometry.
What?
Infraspectrophotometry.
Infraspectro.
Yeah, could you spell that
What would
one
that
out,
be?
please?
What is that, Ethan?
What?
Infraspectrophotometry.
Photometry. PHO.
Yeah, spectra photometry. So what would that be? The study of fucking infrared
Yeah,
photons?
infrared spectrum light photometry, photography or some shit, dude.
Photography?
Photometry.
It's
Sorry.
completely different than photometry, okay?
Yeah, dude, straight up, this is at first it sounded like Scar Symmetry, and honestly had a lot of those vibes. I really, really, really enjoyed that trip, dude. It was vibing as fuck. The drums, excellent. The guitar solo from Fragment, what was it, Fragment first? First Fragment? Yeah, First Fragment, Nick Miller. That was fantastic. Shredding solos were good. The synth bit the resolve you guys come to is fucking dope. I wish it had vocals in it, but hey, it's not my song, it's
kinda
your
do
song.
too.
I love
like
this
some
fucking
vocals
song.
in
I love this fucking band. I'd
Metal
see you
vocals.
guys live pretty much immediately if I ever saw you. I'm bopping this song off at an 8.5.
8.5. What do you think, Luke? Mr. Luke?
Canoe,
Dude.
thanks for tuning in.
I'm a guitar player, man.
Yeah, bro.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
I'm a
guitar
guitar
that-
player, bro.
Guitar song that has a guitar solo, the whole fucking song is pretty awesome.
It's
I
pretty
think.
tasty.
But I don't know. I thought it was cool. It had a lot of cool grooves to it. Drums were really awesome. Fucking the synth in the background was dope as fuck. But
Yeah.
one thing I noticed is that I immediately zoned out. Like I was listening, but I was like tranced.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
you had some cool like alien shit going on. But
Yeah, I was there.
and I love that.
That
man. I love,
background
like,
fit the song like perfectly.
It did. It did. And the guitar and the leads were dope. You know what I mean? There was some good shit going on there. I love the guitar tone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was right in the right
A
spot.
little bit of harmony on there.
That tickled the eardrums pretty well.
Do you have
Yeah.
more candy?
There's a couple in there,
It was
man.
good. I definitely like instrumental shit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
being a musician, you just tend to like that shit sometimes. You know. But yeah, that's gonna be a solid 8.
Solid 8.
Solid 8. Yeah. Dig it.
Thank you, Don. It's good
I'm
to
gonna
see
get.
you
I'm gonna
too.
get all this shit from. That's gonna go on my playlist. Too.
That was pretty
Yeah.
dope. That was very, very,
Yeah.
very cinematic. Bob, what do you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, it reminded me a lot of like it was like an Animals as Leaders kind of vibe. And I think you said Born of Osiris too.
Nice, yeah.
And I love that kind of shit. I agree with Ethan. I would have liked to hear some kind of singing on there, even if it's just like some clean singing during the the harmony. But I don't know. It's your song. If you want to keep it instrumental,
Dude, I will sing on that song if you let me.
let him do it.
Let me do it.
You know, the beginning
But I'm
kind of
gonna
had
bop
that,
that
Born
one
of
off.
Osiris.
I mean, I don't want to
Yeah.
hear
It
it.
chilled out a lot. Kind of calmed out. It's a very calming song. After
Yeah.
really.
What do you give it, Bob?
I'm gonna give that one a solid 8.5.
8.5. Man, the beginning of it reminded me of Ragnarok. I can't remember which part. I think it's the very beginning.
That's Led Zeppelin.
No, I know, but there's a very beginning of part of like,
Sing for us. I sing for you,
or
Don.
maybe it's the end. I feel like it's one of those cinematic parts, but like like that, the synth.
Yeah.
I really liked all of that.
Harmonize
Honestly,
with me.
super cinematic. I was like you said, like you're seeing
Kinda
things, like
trance
you're
out.
just staring off. You can like literally think of a million different, things in your head while
It's like
listening
good
to music like
driving
that.
music.
Yeah.
Yes.
And really, this was the best background you could have picked for it. I
This
feel
is
like.
the planet, man. This is the technomancer
Why is
planet.
the road going up into the sun?
Why?
Well, I didn't.
I feel like
build this place.
we're driving upward,
because
but we're
the
never.
aliens.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
shit.
The aliens,
Aliens.
man.
Shit.
Sing with me. We have to sing for Don, guys.
Sing with
Harmonize in 1, 2, 3. I am a man. Come on now,
No,
constant
you
sorrow.
picked the wrong one,
Yeah.
man.
You don't want to do that? You
Just
know?
because you and Bob like docked to this song doesn't mean that we all do.
Dude, we had a moment.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a score
Never
too.
forget it,
And I
Bob. I'll
told you
never
about my
forget it. Bob.
He's like, I told you, okay? You let me in the band when when the band goes public. Let me in.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give this one an 8. I'm gonna give it
good score.
8.5. 8.5. Shit, I already used my change. I might have wrote down it was 8.5.
I mean, you do whatever you want, man.
I kinda do.
I have
It's
no.
like my thing on the show.
I've been the lowball guy all night.
Yeah, I mean, here's the
dick,
thing.
I guess.
I don't know. No, you're doing it right. I just think that maybe we're upping our scores a little bit out of just I want to say monotony. Maybe it's like with something that we've heard. That's what whenever I'm grading something in my head, I'm always thinking back to what I'm comparing it to something. I'm comparing it usually to something I've heard. So, no, you're spot on, man. All 8s, all good scores, 8s, 8.5s. And I would jam the fuck out of that high out of my mind
Yes.
and stare at my fucking
Smoke
fish
weed
tank if I
every
had
day.
Nice. So, Bob,
Yes.
how's it been going, man? What's new in your life?
Nothing.
what are you doing?
Really? I'm
What are you-
fucking working every day.
what are
is
you
this?
one. What are you doing? No, he means like with your life.
What are you doing with your
I'm
life?
in a rut.
And Bob, you get the crumbs, man. There you
I'm
go.
in a sinking ship, is what I'm doing.
Make sure you lick the bag, Bob.
Nah, I don't want
Lick
that.
the bag.
You say you're a sinking
Good.
ship.
Bob.
That's just sinking ship of a vessel.
Like Titanic, man.
Yeah, I did hear about that today. That the Titanic is actually a pretty fucked up story, man.
Yeah, dude,
I watched an animation
it
of it
wasn't
this
very
morning,
fun.
and it really bummed me out. 'Cause I never watched the movie, but I've seen documentaries. I didn't know that they were like fucking people over pretty heavy. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Typical
Like the first boat
classist
that left
bullshit.
fit 60, and they only put like 23 in it or some shit.
Wait,
21.
Wait, what happened?
Glasses,
A boat
man.
sank, or-
Elitism.
Yeah, dude.
That's what
like,
happened.
Like,
100
yeah,
years
let the
ago.
Irish in the lower depths
Well,
of the ship.
at
yeah,
one
okay.
point
Yeah,
they
that's
talk
what they
about.
do.
At one point they talk about a dude fires his pistol in the air or whatever to get people to back up. This lady that is still alive. There's still a lady that's alive from the Titanic, by the way. There's like one person that's alive still, and
What
she was
the
straight up
hell?
like, "No, that motherfucker shot him." Like she was like, they like made everything worse. So they're in the boats. And these guys are like, "Help us!" And they're like, "Get the
Yeah,
fuck
good-
out of here!"
And so, yeah, when Jack's sitting
That's
there
when
on
the sharks
that
came, man.
board, they censored it over. Really, he didn't freeze to death. Some guy was
No.
flying past. He's like, "Hey, help!" He's like, "Yeah, hell no." Kill him. He's like, "I'm not gonna shoot a woman."
They didn't want
He's
Gilbert. They
losing
didn't
a
want
guy.
Gilbert Grape on the boat, man.
Gilbert fucking Grape.
Doesn't make for a fun trip back to shore.
That's so bad. But it was a different time. It was 100 years ago. Get over it.
Was it? When did the Titanic sink?
1912.
1912,
And there's
man.
still somebody alive from back then. That's
There was. I think maybe she's dead now. But
Maybe
she was,
she's
like, she was
alive.
over. She was almost over 100. She was over 100 or some shit.
Yeah. So
Well, that was
Rich
over 100 years
survived.
ago.
Maybe it was an interview from a while back.
was she
poor
like
guy.
an infant?
She
on
was
the
like
Titanic?
was she a child?
Was she a little baby?
probably
Must have
was.
been, man. Maybe she was
Has to.
That's why
140.
she got on the boat.
Maybe she's a vampire.
Well, think about it. If it was
Yes.
100 years and she was 10 when she was on the boat, I swear to God, she said she was 10.
So she'd be
10. If it 2012, she would have been 100, right?
Yeah, and so
or
she'd be-
110.
Yeah.
So this
Documentary
She has to be
she's
dead.
118 this year. Shout out to her, man.
Hey,
Killing it,
shouts
man.
out to you.
Living your best life. You were almost, down and out, and now
Right out the get-go, but you made it. Look
you
at that.
made it. Tell us how the real story went.
And like World War I happened like right after that, and then the Great Depression, World War II, and
What are we doing right now? Let's play some music.
okay. Next up to the stage, I got "The Flight of Atlantis" by Laser Gun FM. He says, "Here's a track for you. Love the show.
Light of Atlantis.
The Flight of Atlantis."
so some sweet build-up going on right now. This song is 5 and some change. We're gonna skip ahead. You want to skip to the well, it's the exact same thing we heard.
Houston now controlling the flight of Atlantis. The space shuttle spreads its wings one final time for the start of a sentimental journey into history.
What is
What
that?
is that?
Troll hair.
Jesus.
Troll
Sorry, I
hair.
didn't
Yeah.
bring that in.
So that was bopping. I
the
feel
fuck,
it.
bro?
I feel like that I'm just gonna nip it in the bud here. It was a little drab, but it was a vibe song. It was a mood thing, and I dug it.
What was the name of the song?
The
Flight
song
of
is
Atlantis.
called "Flight of Atlantis." So you're flying to Atlantis.
And much like the search for Atlantis, it never ends.
We're gonna find that motherfucker one of these days. Mark my
was the
words,
The
Paul.
length of the song.
Mark my words.
I
I give this song a 6.5. Production was fine. Just I need some more interesting stuff happening. When you had that drop coming in, I was really hoping that was going to be a heavier drop, but it kind of felt like it's just like.
It needed more to it for sure.
I definitely agree. Keep on working at that one. Build some more
It's
in there,
like
man. But
ding,
overall, it's good. If I walked into a club or if I walked to a bar or anywhere and this song is playing right there, I'm gonna be happy. So I'm using my change. I'm bopping this baby up to 7.
7.
All right, all right.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stay at the 6.5 that he said because I just didn't feel like there was very many elements. This sounds like a very basic instrumental to me. For a lot of reasons, it was cool. I liked it. I liked the melody. It was very vibe. Like, that's cool. Like, that's something you would show your friends. Like, hey man, I made
lot of
this.
people's feelings,
I made this in that app on my phone. Do you like it? Because that's what it seems like. It's just like a bunch of repetitiveness, some small minor key changes, and some different breakdowns.
You don't like house music?
I do, but that's not. First of all, house music is not just the repetitiveness. It's also changing. There's
literally-
different elements that change the variancy of the song in different spots, BPMs even sometimes. This one was like it had that build up, and then it, like right when it hit the top, it just went back to normal. So it was like,
Right.
it just kept doing the same thing, and then there was a synth breakdown, and then it's like literally most of that song was made on a looper. Is what I feel like.
Well,
But
synth wave
it's
music
not
is made on
bad. This seems
synthesizers
like
and
something-
sequencers. It's part of the genre, man.
Sure, man. It seemed very garage band.
I'm just going to argue with you. It
6.5.
doesn't matter what you say.
It was very good for being. I think honestly, I think it should be a 6, but
Oh,
it's very,
shit.
it was very good for being average.
I agree with you.
Very good for being average. You did a good job on whatever you made that on, but you know, I mean, there was not much meat and potatoes to it.
Meat and potatoes. You gotta
veggies.
have meat and you gotta have potatoes.
Just veggies. Like that whole song seemed like there was a part where you could throw a drop in there and just completely switch everything up, or just like
Fuck is
a couple
happening
different
there?
key changes, maybe some different effects, but nothing in there that everybody in a club would be like, "You're on freak out to." Maybe it's not club music. That's what.
I mean, maybe it is club music, but maybe it's a different type of
Nighttime
club.
I don't know.
driving
I almost
music.
thought like it'd be like video game music. Like,
Video
Yeah,
game
nighttime
I see myself
driving.
picture like playing like Sonic the Hedgehog or
Dude,
Bomberman or
A
something.
puzzle
the
game. Some sort of
Hedgehog.
puzzle game.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
What do you give it there, Bob?
Yeah, I can't go too high there. The production was fine. It was too much of the same thing over and over.
The production seemed like preset production. Like
Yeah.
like it was just like, I'm gonna make a synth instrumental.
So to
And
me,
then
it was
like,
it
here's
was
what you need.
good. It was like a vibe, you know. It was groovy, but it's something I would put on my playlist. Like probably not.
Synth instrumentals.
I don't know. It was
Like that?
it was better than average. I'll give it a 6.5.
6.5. Mr. Luke.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said, man. Like, it was a little long. The production value was great. It wasn't that at all for me. But the beginning, it got me. Had kind of a cool, like, it almost had like a Stranger Things thing going on in the background, you know, that I liked.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
feel that.
but then we skipped ahead, and it kind of wasn't there at the end. I don't know. I think the song was a little shorter. It would be cool. I think bring that Stranger Things
Agreed.
back. But you know, overall it was cool. I tranced out a little bit. You know, I could see like if you're at a
Shrooms.
party or something. You know, it'd be rad if you're doing action sports or some shit. You know what I mean? Be rad. You kind of zoned on what you're doing. That kind of music's cool for doing that kind of thing.
Richie, sorry.
No, go for it.
Yeah,
Richie, we do
six-
take donations as well. We still do that, and we're still doing donation plays.
And we still very much appreciate them,
We
Richie.
do.
And speaking of donations, thank you so much, Don. Appreciate you
Yes,
as well.
thank you guys so
Love
much for
you.
tuning in as well. We
Love you.
you.
Absolutely. I know it's not the same show it used to be. We're trying to find our bearings. But we have better guests.
Yeah.
Steve Luke here, man.
Yes.
Fucking A, bro.
They actually,
so
they
you were
actually
saying,
paid me
sorry.
like 10 grand. They paid me like 10 grand.
Yeah. You take a check, right?
Cents, 10 grand.
Look for that in the mail.
I do take a check.
What would you give this track?
I'm gonna do a 6.5 on it, just because it was too
6.5.
long. You know what I mean? If it was just a little shorter,
Yeah, it's
it wasn't bad at all. I liked it. You know what I
like
mean? It
this
was just,
background.
it was cool.
Good shit. Good shit. Do you have windshield wipers in this?
No, we don't, because there's no wind in space.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
You still need windshield wipers.
Yeah, you still have windshields, so
Everything's in space.
yeah.
Everything.
Even this penis that we're currently flying through it.
Dude, we're flying and around in a digital space penis.
Digital space penis.
You know what? Who the fuck asked you? I asked you.
No, I don't know,
When the
Joe.
fuck
I don't
did I do
know.
that?
I don't know.
That's fucking great.
Lost it.
This is
great.
fantastic. And if you guys can do some good
I do a
accents, do
decent,
some accents. or
DJT.
some
Let's hear it.
impressions.
What I say is what I say.
Yeah.
This is the Plug Indie Review
What I
shows.
say is what I say.
Listen, you're gonna love it.
great.
It's amazing. It's tremendous. It's pretty good. It's okay.
I like it.
Then I do a decent Barry O. So this is the Plug. We're live indie
Bam.
review show, coming to you live from the Great Plains of South Dakota.
That's fucking.
This place
uncanny.
fucking. Let me tell you something. This place fucking sucks.
Speak for your own self.
I've only seen our waitress one time, and she smelled like she had not taken a shower in days. You get that?
Dude, that's fucking really good.
It's not bad. So the Barry O's killing it.
That's
Don't sleep on Barry O.
Yeah, wow.
Don't you ever sleep on Barry O.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff.
Well, who is that by the way? The Flight of the
Paul, you
Atlanteans.
you didn't miss your song.
Yeah, he's coming up here, isn't
You're
he?
coming up here soon, yes.
Coming up here. Love Joe Pesci.
Next up to the stage, we got Dad Looks
Who's the
Different.
perp? What'd you
He
bust
says,
for?
"What's up, cock sneezes? Play my shit."
All right.
Play my shit. You know what? You got it, man.
Experimental hip hop artist
Done.
from VT. His name is Dad Looks Different,
VD. And we're the ones that have
and
the
the
cock
track
sniffers.
is called "Sit You Down."
How did he know my name was Cocksnakes?
Oh,
Just stage name.
My life is a motherfucking shit show, but I'ma get it though, keep original. I be subliminal and miserable, I'm hitting you twice. My shit's all your kids fucking listen to, right? I'ma get him when I hit him, gonna feel so good. I'm a person, gonna twist him into something new. I'ma put the pressure on him, he ain't running from this bomber. I'm a hermit from a daughter, from a lover, once we started this bitch. Once you roll this wrist, see a bitch boy quit. Hit a lick, then dip, be stiff, gonna wish. You fucking did it, but you did. Now I'm ripping up your lip, now I'm taking all your shit, now I'm leaving you to live. What you think, that I wasn't gonna see you? Why you a bitch, why you running when I see you? Give up! Bitch, what's up now? She calls me a pussy. I wasn't there, you didn't see me. I know it's hard to believe me. I mean, I'm crazy, misleading. I sat you down, now you feel me. Now keep your hands off those ladies. This must be your worst day yet, man. Are you surprised? Don't think you can hold a candle to me. I'm improving. I've been grooving through a time warp. Just a fat dork. There's no lore for a fat junkie with his head held high. I'm that guy, hot trash with a fucked up smile. No lies. I'm not your type. Sleepless nights and washed out eyes. I got your back, you got mine. You helped me save my life. Now help me make it right. Gave up on the rust. I don't trust anyone. When I see him, gonna run. Cause a little bitch boy don't want none. Don't want none. No one, none what? I'm the hottest little thotty on your mind. This ain't a hobby. It's a crime. It's theoretical. Like I'm in the man of cutting line. I'm in your head, fucking you right. After I fight and you survive. You need a life, I'll give you mine.
I don't know. I'll skip ahead, but I ain't just gonna sit there and listen to the last like. Listen, I don't even know what the fuck he was saying half the time. It doesn't sound like he's a bad rap artist. But no, I'm not just gonna listen to it. You want to listen to 30 seconds of that? I think not. I'll skip.
It might be a cool.
Fuck that
cool
shit.
breakdown.
No, it sounded like bad processing, bro. Could be just a mistake.
Let it play.
I'll skip ahead. There's 30 seconds left, anyways. Yeah, no. All right, so once again, thank you, Bob, for your incredible genius on this show. I think I know what the fuck I'm doing here. So, no for me. I don't know. I feel like Randy up here. It's a no for me, dog. You sound like you got talent, but there was the lyrics. I don't even know what the fuck you were saying. I just caught weird shit like penis, dick, fuck. Like that's all I heard in the song. Your voice, one of the voices is decent, but you can't really hear because he's rapping like yell rapping. So he's like this and that, and like kind of a Linkin Park type thing. And then the other dude sounded like he was on a fucking like a Fisher Price like play school telephone. So I couldn't even understand what he was saying at all. And the beat was like off balance and odd, which I don't know. I'm not really. I understand how people like that type of shit, but for me, it's. I mean, I'll give it an average. This would be somebody walked up to me like, "Hey man, my shit's fire. Check it out." This is the type of stuff I expect to hear. Is averagely like not good producing.
Averagely.
No vocal effects processing except for whatever it was, a telephone effect, something, which is literally a button you can click.
Rapping from the jail.
I mean, maybe if he did, he didn't do a good job at recording that either because the whole processing of it didn't even really sound like a telephone. So I don't know. For me, it's a 5. I don't know. Well, I don't even know what was the name of the song? Daddy something, or is that the name of the artist?
Yeah, Daddy Looks Different.
Daddy Looks Different is the name of the artist. And I'm not dogging him, dude. I think that one dude's got like talent. I think he's got talent. I think he's got a good voice and he can rap and it's kind of cool. Like he could probably rap over punk or hardcore. He'd be a good hardcore artist, you know? I mean, I don't know, but that track alone, a little cringy for me. Daddy, are you okay?
I thought it was pretty funny. Like,
what was he talking about? You heard it?
Yes. Let me just explain it for you. That is probably some of the most futuristic shit I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my God.
Here we
The
go.
creativity
Stop.
that you put in and the effort that you put into this song.
You're such a
on
dipshit.
both the
I know you're doing this on
vocals
purpose.
and on the beats is astounding,
Dumb.
to say the least. I think that you're really onto something. You're edgy. You're taking risks. You're taking chances. You don't care what the people think.
What is the risk?
And I
No
think
no
that's
effects,
punk
no
rock.
vocal processing, that's the risk.
I heard vocal processing.
In which way?
And I think that
I damn
you
sure wasn't
sending
the
it
entire
in
track
was
until that
pretty
one
dope.
part.
You're from Vermont, so that's pretty cool too, man.
Vermont.
I can imagine cruising around Vermont, looking at the trees.
That explains
in
it.
the,
Oh,
in the
Vermont.
autumn time.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
right.
nobody even knows
And,
what the fuck goes
expect
on
that
up
type of
there.
music from that type
They're
of
like the
scene.
leader in olive production in the entire U.S.
Good shit.
Great olive trees up there.
Yeah, overall though,
Yeah, Maple.
I like it.
Oh, maple. Okay. all right.
I think you should keep on doing what you're doing.
Vermont
I'll bop this
Pillier?
one off at a solid 5.5.
You're such a douchebag. 5.5, so above average?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think you're right on with that score, man.
Thanks.
Great job.
Thanks.
Sorry about what I said. Steve.
Dude, there's some potential there, because The lyrics were kind of funny, and he was.
What
using
was he
different,
saying?
He was using different. I don't remember exactly what he was
Yeah.
saying, but I remember while it was coming on, I was kind of like snickering a little bit, and he was using different voices and stuff. I think, if he layered the vocals a little more and maybe some
Yeah.
backups in there, it wouldn't feel so unprocessed. It felt like balanced. It just didn't feel.
Yeah,
like
okay,
it
I can
had-
see what you're saying.
I think it could have
It's
had
missing
a
elements.
bit more.
Well, yeah, the mix
Once
definitely.
again, I'm not
needed
saying.
some
I would
work.
like to reiterate. I'm not saying I hated it. I didn't hate it. I just thought it was pretty average, run of the mill, and that was the part that I was thinking like, there's nothing standing out to me but the guy's voice. It's just like boom, right in your
I
face.
did really like the cool, like the drum part though. It was like.
Well, what was up at the end of
fills.
it
I don't know.
too? I mean, are we
That was
forgetting that the
weird.
last
What's up with
like
that?
35,
Yeah,
40
I'm not
seconds was just like fucked up processing sounds?
I don't know if that was.
It's like, am I trying to log onto the internet in the 90s? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, their fax machine died in the middle of this recording.
That was the only weird thing to me.
What about the score there?
Just because the ending got weird, and I don't know what the. I mean, I don't
Got
know what
weird,
the fuck
man.
happened, but it wasn't so bad up until then, and I liked the kind of the change going into it. Just got a little weird for me, and I'm not sure.
Off balance drums at the end. I was
But
like,
yeah, I think I'm gonna be in the like 5.5.
There you go. There you go. All right, everybody's slowly agreeing with me. I like it.
All right. Well,
Like it.
then.
I'm the low guy on the totem pole here. Bob.
Yeah, no, like he said, I couldn't tell you any of the lines from the song, but I was also like giggling along while he was saying some of the shit.
Something like my girlfriend called me a pussy or something like that. I heard that.
I don't know. But I don't know. It needs some work. Yeah, the mixing's not great, but I think there's a solid base there to build on if you just clean up the vocals a little bit and
Richie, thank you, by the way. Richie DeMay just
mix
sent me that.
the.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you much.
Appreciate it. And yeah, just the overall mix could use some work, but I
agree with
you. And then the ending did get weird. I don't know what's up
did.
with that. But maybe if people
You're like,
from
play it. Maybe it gets better. And I just played it. It's like,
yeah, I was like, never mind.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the thing
Well,
in
it's,
Vermont.
here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
Why,
I've
okay,
never been
all
to
right, but is
Vermont.
that pertinent to musical development in a track? Like just
I
random
don't
noises?
think so.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I know there's different genres that span that. I'm just saying like I don't believe in them. They don't
right.
exist to me.
Fair.
I'm an anti-temperalist.
I'm gonna drop
And I'm also don't believe in
I'm
these
gonna give that one.
genres.
I'm gonna give that a 6.
6 from Bob. I think that's very generous. I mean, honestly, like the ending was pretty crazy.
I
Like,
mean,
why-
I would
here's
give it.
why I think it
I
was on
wouldn't put that
purpose.
on my playlist, but I would listen to it again. Just
I think it
to,
was
like,
on
try to
purpose
listen.
because it was like literally the drums. All of a sudden the drums were like, brrr, and then they got all fucked up like ping, ting, 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 like it was
Yeah.
like somebody using trigger effects. Then all of a sudden like randomly hitting different things on the drum
Or just
set.
like the
Ping, ting,
trigger
ting.
just gets set to like a million.
Maybe they didn't catch it,
I
man.
don't
Maybe they
know.
didn't.
Maybe they didn't.
I really don't know.
Splicing bars, bro. You splicing the bars?
Yeah. All right, next up, we have Paul Wolf, who sent in a song getting it played today. The track is
Hey,
called
buddy.
No I
Hey, buddy.
Am Worth It. Here we go.
Yeah, no, I'm not perfect, I might not deserve it, but all of this pain got me feeling so worthless. They kicked me way down, but I bounced off the curb. No, I'm not perfect, but I might deserve this. Pain has been lurking in shadows and darkness, fighting my demons, but I didn't start it. Enlightened with secrets from those who departed, accomplish my dreams from the place that we started. Abolish the hate that you hold in your heart, and acknowledge the state where your soul is departed. Perfection must lay in the golden gate guarded. I know I can't stay in the place that I started. Yeah, no, I'm not perfect, I might not deserve it, but all of this pain got me feeling so worthless. They kicked me right down, but I bounced off the curb. No, I'm not perfect, but I might deserve this. Had all my friends go and switch on their legs. I was just chilling, I'm on a new plane. Flying, I know that it's time to vacate. I cannot wait for the days that I'm great. Lay me to pride and I rest where I'm shame. Shackles in this, but I break all the chains. Feeling the waves and the weight on my shoulder. Flip it and push it and break like a boulder. Yeah, no, it, but all of this pain got me feeling so worthless. They kick me right down, but I bounce off the curb. No, I'm not perfect, but I might deserve this. Working till I go way back up to heaven. Rolling the dice with 11s, no 7s. Chilling with this, but I cannot pretend it. All of these people, they thoughts is pretentious. Burning out alive like my fire burning down. I could really roll it up and burn up down a pound. They could really die, but they don't really like my sound. Style with the way, so they've been riding it now. Yeah, no, I'm not perfect, I might not deserve it, but all of this pain got me feeling so worthless. They kicked me way down, but I bounce off the curb. No, I'm not perfect, but I might deserve this. They used to talk shit, bitch, look at me now. I've been moving weight and I ain't talking about no pounds. Like the way she shake, but she just like the way I sound. If I gotta move, then no, I move the whole town.
Yeah, Paul, great job. I think you really hit it home with that one. Your voice and your style is definitely coming to form, and I think it came through very well in that song. That you made. Changed tempo a few times, I don't know, all on my side. The file didn't do that. Yeah, we didn't really have that happening over here, so I don't know, maybe it's just a lag issue.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's just having lag on his end. But I think it was a great song, man. I think you really put your heart into that, and I feel like it's a good song. I don't know what else to say about it. I think that you could... Auto-tune was a little heavy, but that's part of the style. I feel like it doesn't really damage the actual quality of the song too much. The beat sounds fun. I like how you added those effects processing, removing the bass and giving that radio effect when the drop was coming in. I thought that was really cool, too. I feel it, man. I'm going to bop this one off at a 7.
All right.
It's called I Know I Am Worth It.
So I want to jump into this one. Paul wasn't in our studio.
Yes.
So I always feel bad when I critique these things a little bit because he works really hard, and I see him working really hard. And you have made definitely progression in the production area. I'm just not a big fan of this track per se. It seems. I mean, I like motivational music, but this is the type of motivational hip hop that I hear nowadays. It's pretty run of the mill. For that you did a good job. I'm gonna agree with Ethan. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Yep.
But I'm gonna agree on mostly everything you said. Also, I think that this type of music is just hard to make a hit with that people are gonna resonate with. This reminds me of a lot of tracks that I've heard like this. Like Born to Do by Stephen Cooper is one of those ones which is kind of like super motivational and, you know, we gonna make it type music. And it's great, but it has its place. That's not something I would listen to on a normal basis. For that, I give you kind of the bland score of a 6.5.
Okay.
A little bit bland on my end, but you know, production's not bad,
Yeah,
and
production
Paul's
sounds
getting
fine.
better.
Your
From
voice
that-
sounds like it
from
blends
the first
well
track he sent us to this
with the
one, man.
track.
You made
Right.
light years and
Totally.
leaps and bounds, man. So keep it up. Not every track's gonna hit everybody like a banger, you know.
Right.
Yeah. no,
Bob.
All right. Here's the thing: is that, yeah, I've also, shit. I've been up there. You know, he'll show me tracks and shit. And I try and give him pointers when I can. And one of my big pointers on this one would be to take some of the high end out of the vocals.
I can agree with that.
'Cause everything-
It'll help that auto tune a little more warm too.
It's a little sharp.
Yeah,
is.
it was a little sharp, and
was
I
actually something I was
think
gonna
just
say. Great job, Bob.
smoothing out some of that high end and maybe boosting a little of the lows wouldn't hurt on your vocals. Is that would blend better
why you
with the
finger
auto
fucking
tune?
my
Which
cord, man?
the auto tune was slightly heavy, but I get, like Paul said, that is kind of the style, so I get it. And other than that, it was a little. I don't want to say monotonous because it wasn't monotonous, but it just didn't ever pick up or slow down or you know wanted to hear a good hook in there, but it was just like, and I know he does a lot of these, like, he'll just freestyle the whole song and just record it in one take, and that's fucking cool.
That's a lot easier for a lot of people too, I've noticed.
But I want to hear that spiced up a little bit. It needs some zazz. So I'm going to give that a 6.5 as well.
6.5. What do you got, Steve?
Yeah, I agree with Bob, man. It's gotta be a little more pizzazz in there, you know. Not that it was bad.
No,
by
it's
any
definitely
means,
a good
you know,
song.
Just
and
that,
I like the lyrics too.
Yeah, it wasn't. It would just like it seems like have a little more fun. I think it feels like if you had a little more fun, you know, record a hook would like a solid hook would be. I mean, there's a lot of potential there, man. A lot of potential. I'd just say keep going, and it wasn't bad by any means. Just want a little more,
Just
zing
add to
on
it a
it.
little
You know,
bit.
something that kind of.
It sounded generic.
It was very
it sounded like this,
ordinary
like it's a
in-
good
in
cookie,
many
but it's not an
regards.
Oreo.
But it was definitely nowhere
Yeah.
near the worst shit in the world. It's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
why I say keep going, man.
yeah.
I'd say like there's a lot of potential. You know, I'm.
Here's
I'm
what you
gonna
gotta
say
worry
just
about
on
too,
a-
in
on
this
a-
in these things too, is like the way probably we're all receiving it too is that we've heard something similar and we're comparing it to it.
Packaging it up. without
Exactly, which
saying-
is something that you kind of want to stay away from in hip hop because if you know your stuff sounds like a lot of other stuff that you've heard. Not to say step outside and be a fucking weirdo, because I've heard some. Well, I mean, you know, that last what was that? Daddy, do you love me?
That looks different.
Fuck it, I cannot remember the name of that shit. That was like a little too far off, like way off. Like this is very run of the mill, but that's something that's that bubble you don't want to get stuck in, you know. So you gotta just push the limits, man.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah.
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 I like to see
Yeah.
people working on music. You know what I mean? It's good to see just people in love with music.
Yes.
Still
Fuck yeah.
after all these years, like
Oh, yeah,
somehow,
yeah.
you know,
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
But it's cool, and I'd say like, man, I'm gonna give that one a 7, just because I can see
Nice.
that with a little pizzazz here and there, a little pizzazz with a little more, you know, maybe you know, a little more layering with the vocals and things, dude. I can see a lot of cool shit happening.
I feel like he abandoned the layering aspect a little bit on this one because he was using that pretty heavy auto tune, which I like. Once again, I like the influx and deflux. I do feel like if you change the vocals, like Bob said, and take some of that high end out of there, it'll definitely warm up the auto tune a little bit. But if you're gonna do that, you're definitely gonna want to turn the auto tune down a little bit because it's the intensity of that. I mean, at one point where he drug upwards,
Yeah.
it was like that what do you call that? The fluctuation, I guess you'd say, between whether the notes were grabbing were pretty fucking spacey. Like it was like it was like
Yeah, there was a lot of space
when really it
range
should be
and
more
space
of
between those
a
notes.
slope. It was kind of like stepped, and that means that you're too
I've
heavy on
seen
the
that.
auto
I like
tune.
it, dude.
I mean, generally as a rule, that's usually what it means. But you know, fuck around with it, man. And I think we're all in agreement. That's a pretty cool track. 'Cause I know I can. What is it? Was I know I can change?
No, did you?
God, why am I a fucking like old man that just
don't
like?
understand.
Well, you know what they say? It's like 2 beans in a bucket.
I know I am worth it.
I'm old.
I know I'm worth it.
He's all beat up from beating you.
Yeah, fuck, man. You got the crotch splitter. You got right between the
Yeah,
tables.
we need our spaceship's not very well designed. We need to get someone in here. To
And you
fix
are
this
worth it,
bridge
Paul.
up.
Great.
You're
Oh,
worth
you're
it.
totally worth it.
That's what I say to myself every day in the mirror in the morning. You are worth it,
chick.
Paul. You're worth it. But he doesn't know what I'm
We
talking
got this
about.
guy.
here.
You guys need somebody to help. What do you need help
This
with?
fucking guy. This is the cool one from OSHA.
Hey, I heard you
This
guys
is
had
Tim.
some issues.
Okay, bring Tim along. He's so
Boo,
funny.
OSHA, boo.
Because he's like, hey,
It was ruining my fun. Like, hey, you can't climb up that high
can't
without
do
a
that.
you
You
can't
can't
use
do
a
this.
scaffolding with a ladder on it while operating a forklift to lift it.
Yeah.
It says fucking who.
What kind of construction guy carries a briefcase?
Well, dude, he has no tags, no patches.
Take a
He's
job,
probably
dude.
a
This
fucking
guy-
It's not a
fraud.
briefcase.
Yeah,
It's like a
this
tool.
guy. This was.
Yeah, like a
Oh,
drill
this
in
guy's
it.
just
Yeah,
faking.
it's a drill. It's definitely a Geiger meter.
Geiger counter.
It's a Geiger counter.
All the way the fuck back there. All right, so now
Yeah,
we're
keep
good.
him away from me, dude.
He's all the way back there.
It's pissing me
I
off.
don't really like that guy.
Yeah, he keeps saying, well, if the shoe fits, and other weird random
Oh
things.
God.
I like it.
One of those.
All
guys.
right.
Oh, if she's that easy, I'll take her twice.
All right.
We never heard anybody say
What do we
that.
got
Take it
next?
easy.
Yeah.
She's that easy,
Hello,
I'll take her
gents.
twice.
Welcome back. Here is our first submission of the season. I'm hoping to be able to send a song and donate each show. I just PayPal Paul. Had our first album come out during your off season. Please send me an address.
Rich
I'd
Dumais?
love to send you a copy.
Richie
Dumais with a track called Living with the Risk.
Fuck yeah, is this 80s shit?
Thinking about all of the things that I cannot change and making a plan for my mind, which is now different. Poison the soul is now what is killing me, taking its toll, and I know it was not meant to be. Not meant to be. Not meant to be. Not meant for me. Dreams that come, dreams that go too far to reach. Lessons that I've learned, but I never practice what I preach. Filling the void of these things that are blinding me. Think to myself, cause I'm not what I'm meant to be. Not what I see. Not what I see. Something for me.
Oh shit, Richie Dumais does it again, bringing it back with that Megadeth, Pantera type of vibe. You give me, it sounded kind of like Cowboys from Hell. Cowboys from Hell. I remember when metal was good.
Is there a thumbs down, like sound for Ethan's comment?
Dude, it's really good. I think what you got going on there is fun. Why can't I get out of my fucking head today? Listen, I like what you're doing, kid. It's fire, okay? It sounded like some just some good old fashioned thrash metal music from the 80s and 90s, and I could get down to that. I like your voice. It needs to come up because it's quiet. You need to get some, I mean, the effects sound pretty good, but I really need you to beef that baby up because
the vocals
there's
were
not a lot of meat
very
on that
quiet.
bone, if you know what I mean. Yeah. The sound sounds good. I think that the guitar kind of is a little too chunky, but I think it sounds just fine. There's something just it's like preventing the guitar, in my personal opinion, to like stick and blend in with that track. I never noticed. There's like some fucking like bubble wrap or like some sort of magnetic force field. You just got to break through it and just squish those in there, get them squished and blended on in there.
What are you fucking saying?
I don't know.
You didn't even listen. You don't even know.
I am listening.
All right, and so with those things being said, that this just needs to, the production just needs to, you just need to get the production up there a little bit more. It's just
Blend it, squish it, crush it.
the voice needs to be turned up, the guitar needs to be maybe compressed a little bit or something. It just needs to be, maybe the master. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Listen, Richie, I love you. Okay, you're a great guy.
Give him a fucking score.
I'm gonna give you a great score. I'm gonna give you a 6.5.
6.5, that's
I
right.
wish there was a
I
solo.
was actually gonna go 6, but I think 6.5 is warranted.
Solo would be good.
I'm gonna agree with. I don't even know. I'm not gonna agree with anything. I don't know what you said, so. But I'll agree with it anyways. And I'm gonna say this: the track just sounded not recorded well. Like it was just the drums were muddled. The too much chunkiness in the guitar. That's what
Well,
I'm
I think Steve said that it was probably mixed by the guitar player.
The guy's voice is fucking cool and awesome.
Yeah.
I like this guy's
Well, and
voice.
then
Sounds
like
like
I like how
Dave
they
Mustaine
switched
kinda.
between the guy and the chick singer. You know,
Was there 2 singers?
I don't remember there being a chick singer.
wasn't there? Or was it just him changing his?
Changed his
I thought it was
voice.
a girl.
There was. Where did this girl come from? Somebody tell me. Who let her in here? She doesn't have a press pass.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was coming from the guitar or wherever. Nobody remembers that one. All right, let's move on.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna give this a 6.5, but yeah, I think it just needs a little bit better recording. But you're onto something, dude. It's really cool, and it's got
There
that
was no
like.
girl in there, it was
It's
both
got this
them.
like I want to say like 90s like rock element to it that I liked, like that kind of like.
Dude, like Cowboys from Hell, man.
Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, or a lot of shit. I mean, fuck, it's got kind of a Metallica feel to it in a way too, with those crunchy licks. Yeah. So 6.5 for me. Steve, what'd you hear?
Yeah, right away, man. I was thinking like a Motorhead, Metallica, kind of old school
Yeah.
Metallica vibe, you know.
Richard DeMay.
There was, and for that, you know, I think that there's a lot of potential. I agree, man. The recording's got to be a little bit better. It wasn't like this
foggy,
horrible
right?
garbage or anything.
It was just
like
fog.
That. Yeah, just like, you know, it was a bit. The drums were a bit muddled. I think that, you know, recording wise, like if you recorded that song high
He
quality.
said both were me, so both those were.
Oh
those
yeah, I
were-
mean, like if you recorded that song high quality, dude, like I mean, that's there's a lot there to work with. You know what I mean?
his voice is fucking.
Yeah, there was
really
a couple
cool.
weird.
Fucking
I don't know if it
badass.
was the bridge or what that I kind of went like, what is that? I don't know, but I like the vibe of it overall. I think just record it better and you know it'd be much more palatable.
Yes.
And but I like
This
the
is what I'm
vibe. I think
talking
I'm gonna.
about.
I think I'm gonna give it like a 6.75.
6.75.
Ooh, all right.
Because there's
all right.
you know just there's a cool vibe to it, you know.
Trending. We're trending upward. Bobby.
Yeah. No,
Bobby, baby.
Bobby, baby,
Bobby,
talk to me.
baby,
What's the
talk to me. What's
problem?
going
Yeah.
This is Bob.
Yeah, no, you guys pretty much said it all already. It just needs to be maybe re-recorded a little better. And the only thing I would add is I would smoothen out some of those transitions a little bit because when it went from like the slow part to the fast part,
That's the part you were talking about, wasn't it?
it was just a little,
Transition was.
Abrupt. It was a bit-
Yeah, a little
it
rough.
was a little abrupt.
You know what you could do is cut everything out and just build up with your voice because you got one of those voices where you're like,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
some, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can see what they're going for.
If that's the first draft, you're fucking killing it, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, for
shit,
sure.
Yeah, just keep going. Shit.
But yeah, I'm gonna give that a 6.5 as well.
6.5. Now you're on the high end, on the high part of the hog.
High hog.
6.75.
I had to at least once tonight. Shit.
Yeah. Well, as I understand it, our guest Steve Luke, he is
Previous engagements.
spent his time here. He must go elsewhere because he is a busy individual. We're lucky enough to catch some of his time. Steve, thank you so much. The washout.
man.
You'll
You're awesome,
you'll
Steve.
catch him around town. You know, the Ha Ha Giggle Hut
no.
downtown Denver. I don't know. I'm just saying things. But we're not done yet, though. We're not done.
No,
We're
you
just
guys
saying
got to
that.
keep going.
Yeah, we got to keep going.
Other
All right.
places.
What?
But-
Stop.
Dude,
Shaking
I love
hands.
being here. You guys are awesome. This was fun.
Dude, thank
Let's
you.
do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it again for sure. All right. So Steve's gonna take off. Thank you so much, Steve.
You
We
guys
look
won't
forward
have
to
to
hear more
spend
from
so
the
much
washout.
on me. You don't have to spend so much on me.
All right.
next time.
I mean, I feel like we owe it to you for making somebody into a shithole. And sweat. And sweat with
so
us.
hot in here.
Oh no, Bob.
You.
Sorry, man. Absolutely. Now that Steve is gone, go ahead and snag the old trusty spot. Back on my throne once again. Ooh, this is warm. Ooh, God. Steve, you must be an extraordinary cuddler. Are you an extraordinary
So
cuddler,
awesome.
sir?
The special guest
This
that we
chair is
have on
warm.
this show really does make
Little
this
Brody.
show what it is. I tell you, there's times where I feel lonely, and when the special guests come on the plug, I don't feel so lonely anymore. Next up to the stage, we got L'Empereur. 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 How do you do it, French? L'Empereur. It's the
I don't know.
Emperor. L'Empereur. L'Empereur. Knights.
L'Empereur.
L'Empereur. With a
racist,
track is called The Age of Rome.
Age of Rome.
Let the game begin!
I mean, do I really even have to say anything? Do I have to? Do I have to explain to you what that was? Jake, how dare you betrayeth me? Had it not been for I, would you have not been slain down in Pelican Bay?
The Bay of Pelicans.
Seize him!
Oh, Lord. What a fucking cool-ass song, dude.
I don't even have to
Even
say
the
anything.
scientists.
It's so great. It's
the
scientifically
scientists give it-
approved.
yeah.
Great.
Scientifically speaking, this is fire.
Historically speaking, this is accurate.
You know what I like about this, though? Is it sounds just like the name of the fucking song,
It's exactly-
Age of Rome.
yes, you got what you
Literally,
ordered.
you fucking nailed that.
Yeah.
You ever seen the Netflix series Rome, right?
Yep.
Is fucking, that's like a more modernized version of the older Rome series about Rome.
Uh-huh.
And this is the type of shit they play all throughout the fucking show.
Sick.
And it just gets you in trance. Like some chicks like about to do some scandalous shit, or some dude about to go kill somebody. It's just like, and he's just like running down the
They
alleyway.
said
It's like,
their
I'm like,
genre-
"Ah." And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? It was like that, bro.
They say their genre is archaic dark synth.
How dare you walk away from me, Jake?
You are charged with the following crimes: slander against the king,
Training day. But
and
Rome.
blasphemy.
Rome, blasphemy. I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. I guess that wouldn't change at all. And
yeah, because there's no surgery.
barely.
Verily, I say unto you.
I give this a 9. I mean, I don't see how you get. It's exactly, if that's what you were going for, you
You
nailed
took
it.
my score right out of my
I don't
fucking
know
mouth,
if
Paul.
That's what I was
can
gonna.
call
I
it
was gonna give it a
10.
9 too.
It's a,
Because I just don't think it's
well, could it
that.
get any better?
I don't think so, but I don't
don't
think
think
it's
so
the
either.
best version of it I could hear. Maybe? I don't know.
I'm bopping this off at its head.
All right.
Boom.
God, I'm trying not to get 10s.
I'm just trying to be cool, man.
I mean, what, that's the thing, though. Is usually my gripe is this. Usually my gripe is, all right, Bob,
What's your gripe, man?
Jesus fuck, all right?
You like that?
You would be a horrible town crier, like, assistant. It's like, the queen saith to thou, and then Bob's just like, meh, 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 like,
Deliver unto me all your firstborn.
All right, Bob.
For generations.
All right.
All right.
I don't know what happened to you. but
Let's go to
you've changed.
war. There's a Renaissance fair coming up, and I want to go to war.
I'm just
I
saying.
want to rape and pillage and sack the entire thing like a bunch of Viking barbarians.
I'm just saying that this is perfect for what it is. Usually my gripe is that it's not complicated enough to be considered a 10 because, there's not a lot that goes into instrumentals as much as there is like recording a whole band.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variables and a lot of different band paths. A lot of different just frequencies and shit you have to pay attention to when you're recording bands. It's completely different than recording an instrumental. So, but I don't know, man. That was a pretty complicated beat.
There was a lot going into it.
There's a lot,
no doubt
and,
about that.
and it's
Yes.
almost like he solved the great math equation of the ancients.
This is how music used to sound.
This is specifically how it sounds. You're
Before
like,
the
well, I
Celts
like,
got
no,
into it.
Are you not?
this is music. Anything you listen to is garbage. Posh.
Yes.
All right, I give it a 9. Bob, 9.
Yep.
Let's move
Dan
on.
Anderson, the artist is Le Emperor. I'll just type it for you, dude.
Lamberel.
Le Emperor,
Is it French, really? And we're just being dicks.
No, that was really French. I'm trying to say it, man. What do you want me to do? And that's probably not how you spell it.
Dude, isn't it on the computer? Can't you, just look and see how
I
to
can look
spell
at it right now.
We're so good at our jobs. you guys.
Le Emperor, yeah, it's exactly how it's spelled.
And that's why you're deleting all the words.
Yeah.
All the letters. It makes sense. All right, well, why don't we just focus on what's next, and then you can type it in the comments.
Okay, boop. All right, next up.
I'm sorry, we had a donation.
Oh.
I apologize. I apologize.
Okay.
It was from, I was just looking at it. It was Rachel Morris.
Rachel.
Thank you so much for your donation,
Morris.
Rachel.
Thank you so much.
Let's get to that one right now. She
The
bumped it up
band
next.
is called Sparkle Vein. The
Sparkle
This is
Vein.
her.
Sparkle Vein, yet, and the song is called Goodbye Forever.
Sparkle Vein, like V-A-I-N or V-E-I-N?
Like your
Or
veins,
V-A-N-E?
man. You got veins in your arms, veins in your hands.
It doesn't really.
So what's it
I
called?
think that's
Sparkle
the.
Vein.
I think that's the V-E-I-N. Right.
V-I-N, yeah, man. Which one is
Making
the other
sure-
one?
I don't know, I'm
Oh,
confused
vein,
myself.
Like you're so vain, okay.
Well, and also V-A-I-N. Like a weather vane would be
yeah,
V-A-N-E.
true, dude. There's a lot of veins. English
Lot
is
of
so
veins,
fucked
bro.
A
up.
lot of veins.
All right,
Varicose
Goodbye
ones.
Forever.
Goodbye.
I knew it. I'm so glad you did that. Good.
had to be a dick over and over. Well, I'm a person too, so I'm gone. I'll see you later. No, I will not feel bad. The best you ever had, the best you'll ever get. Goodbye forever. I'm much too clever for your shit. Think you can spit at me and everything's gonna be okay. Things about to get crazy, so if I were you, I'd step away. It's a flying through the air, people crying everywhere, coming down from above. Chokeholds, and that is love.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for indie pop and
start on this
stuff
one?
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
Because
just
that's
gonna
fresh
say
in my
indie
mind.
Pop, yeah.
I really dug that. That is about as close to indie pop as you can get. I mean, just even the rhythm to it. I really like your
see it in the
style.
movie.
It's very garage indie pop,
Love it.
and it's fucking cool. A couple pointers I would point out in the track is there's a little bit of attenuation in your voice because the backing vocals, that part, I love that, but it's not really harmonizing with your voice. It's the same pitch, which is the word I was looking for, as the original. So it kind of just clouds together. You want to, I mean, like generally as a rule in mixing, you just kind of want to separate certain things that you can separate and make room for more sound. For more sound to come through. Because if you have something separated and the, incorrectly, they will meet and attenuate, and you just kind of hear noise. And so certain spots of the song were kind of like that. And I also think that the vocal processing could come up a notch. It's almost like you're on top of the track.
Some dynamics work.
There's good reverb
Yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah.
The reverb sounded good. Maybe a little bit more compression and a little bit more, just some dynamics to it. Like a little more compression, a little bit more,
Well, what I want to know is if it was
we'll say lower mid.
if it was layered vocals or if it was two people singing.
It's not like the same voice.
It sounded like the same person, I would think.
Yeah.
A really cool track,
Yeah.
and very, very refreshing to hear something like that. I'm gonna give this one a man. It's got a lot of promise. See, there's a big following for shit like this.
Totally.
And-
Oh yeah, it was just
for
huge
songs like
right
this,
now.
but also there's a lot of people that really dig this lifestyle. It's not even like that garage type lifestyle where it's really in right now too. The ripped up jeans, the patches are coming back.
Yeah.
People walking around one strap in the backpacks again, like what up? That's what this kind of gives me the vibe of is like the I don't give a shit, like I'm out doing my own thing type vibe. So I'm gonna give this one a decent score. I'm gonna give it a 7.
That's exactly the score I was going to
Yeah,
give.
I'm gonna give it a
was
7,
right
and I
there
think
with
I
you.
think it could really be even better too. I mean, if you fix it up a little bit more, so there's more. Maybe the instrumental needs to come up a little bit or something, and just mesh together. There's
I feel
something
like there was
separated.
no bass guitar in there, and that's what kind of bothers me.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is too, because there was
Need
no
more
like,
low end.
Sounding
just like a
heavy.
little bit more doom 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 doom.
And if it
doom,
was
doom,
in there,
doom,
I would
doom,
just
doom,
turn it up a
doom,
little
doom,
bit.
just kind of like that. Yeah, somewhere.
A synthesizer never hurt anybody. Just throwing that in there. But overall,
Never hurt anybody.
it's a good thing to have. I agree with you on that 7. I could just
I'm right
see
there with you,
California.
too.
7's all around.
California or Ohio, one of the two.
I mean, it's a really cool vibe. It's got that kind of like urban punk vibe to it too, like
Yeah.
where it's poppy, but it's
Like
like still,
indie.
it's kind of like rebellious. I dig
Gate
it.
reverb on your vocals, maybe.
Yeah.
I would just something to like sparkle the vocals a little bit.
I mean, it had good reverb. It was just kind of a shimmery reverb, but it wasn't. It was almost like the signals, maybe even a little too hot, maybe a little bit of compression to fog it up a little bit so it matches with the reverb. Because the reverb seemed to be of your voice.
Yeah,
Like it didn't seem like it was really doing much else. So maybe you gotta adjust your EQ a little bit to make yourself sound a little bit less
I would
throaty.
almost give it a little, like,
a little more bassy.
Instead of the normal reverb, just give it like a gated hall or something to make it sound a little more echoey.
Yeah, just a chunk, but it's, yeah.
No bass, so that's fair.
Ah, okay.
That's maybe that's like what usually when you can't put something your finger on something like that.
It's usually something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
no
then
bass.
Also,
bass.
Rachel, if you
Yeah,
ha-
just
if
get
you're
basic bass
recording
track
on
in there.
something and you have like a DAW, a lot of those have VSTs. You could just pop a bass synth bass or just a replicated fretless bass or something on there.
Reminded me of kind of in a sense. I know that they more sing a little bit different stuff, but the Sneaker Pits were a '90s band that were kind of vibe. Because you gotta remember, like the beginning of the '90s were kind of like that. You know, like grunge and shit was hitting scene, and so everybody was kind of like, yeah, man.
I
like-
would see your band live, Rachel.
I would too, and I feel like you have like your voice is really it's awesome, super unique. It's airy and yet bolsterous. It's nice. You got a great voice. Just learn how to layer it a little bit better in these tracks. I think. I mean, you know, just find your spot, find your center. I would try something. If you're using a graphic equalizer, I would try to find the range that is your because you don't want you already sing kind of airy and kind of from the lower to high end. I would find somewhere in the low end to bump up to give your voice a little bit more of a floor and kind of make it more condensed, because it sounds like with the airiness you're kind of losing the bass end of your voice a little bit, and it's definitely not from the high mids or the low mids, well, maybe a little bit from the low mids, but it's somewhere lower than that because you're already kind of singing at a low frequency. You're singing at a low pitch and in a high airy way. So I would try that. Give it a shot. I could be fucking wrong. Don't listen to me unless you want to.
We're just
And,
three idiots on the internet.
Yeah, give it a shot. See what happens. But this is something a lot of people.
Just advice.
A lot of
or-
people sing timidly at karaoke too. They'll do that, and that's usually how it's a quick fix, man. I just bump up the bass, turn the low mids down a little bit, maybe even the mid mids down, and then you know all of a sudden they got a little bit of a because it's like this. You're doing this with it. You want to tighten it up, pop it in there, set it, and
Oh, you win!
nobody.
What?
Look at that.
Forget it.
I
What do we
don't
got
know.
next?
Why is there a big triangle in the middle?
Because that's our ship.
Oh.
You win. Congratulations.
Did we go to
Paul
Winter Island
Geisler.
or Winter Planet? How did we get there?
You won. That's how you got there.
Oh, you won?
Congratulations. What are you going to do?
This is so unexpected. Wow.
Are
Oh
they-
man. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my mom for being there.
Congratulations.
I want to thank my dad for not. My friends, my family, and first thing I'm going to do is get a penis enlargement.
Oh.
Buy a house.
Okay, cut to commercial.
Did I say that?
We're still live?
Oh, we're still live. Shit.
Somebody fix the prompter.
Listen. Okay.
They put that on the prompter.
Yeah,
Who's running this show?
I don't know.
not me.
Who we got next?
All right, next up, we got Rick Mandini. My head hurts.
Rick
and
Mandini.
Yeah, my head hurts and I hate you.
That sounds like
The band is
my
called
stage, my
Stereo
new stage name.
Row.
I was
What,
Pat Penis.
Stereo Row?
Did Shane Phipps get a donation in there? Shane, I'm sorry if I did, buddy. I'll look for it right now.
Walk by your house, just wondering where you've been. I haven't seen you in a while since last October, when you said the time's not right. I saw you there swimming inside his arms, like his were better now somehow. Mine are empty, and they have been for a
right there and we'd make up, and then we'd be back up. But now you're gone, and I wanna fucking die. And overdose of your perfume just one more night. I hope you're happy now, 'cause I am jaded and I wanna burn your picture to the ground. 'Cause I just found your ghost around the house. So my head hurts and I've been missing you for quite some time.
All right, Ricky Mancini.
Rick Mancini.
I know it's Mandini. No, it's cool. It's a cool name.
It is a cool name. Dude, I
Mr.
dug it.
Mandini.
I dug it. I think it had a lot
Name the
of
track,
good
Alan,
vibes.
one more time.
Name of the track is My Head Hurts and I Hate You. I felt the heartbreak, I felt the love, and honestly, I think that doo-wop style, not doo-wop, but that boo-wop, that bop and
That
rock,
boo-wop.
that rock
Oh.
bop, that rock bop,
It's like sad doo-wop.
yeah, the blue-wop,
Doo-wop.
boo-wop.
All right, I'm sorry.
I think that was really, really great, and I would buy your album too. I think you guys, you guys are throwing in some great fucking music lately. I really appreciate this.
It's been a good show.
I can't drop a hard score on this because I just think you put a lot of work in there. So this one's gonna be a 7 for me, dog.
7. Took the words right out of my mouth, guy. I know we're going with a lot of 7s tonight. That's not a cop-out. I agree with Ethan on this one. I think certain things need work in the production, obviously. It's a little foggy. The whole track's a little foggy once again. Certain things get over-compressed to fit specific parameters.
The biggest thing was,
And that can be a rabbit hole.
Was just like in some parts it was too loud, and in some parts it was too quiet.
It was overly processed. That once again, I hate using this word all the time, but attenuation, that's the primary, I would say, culprit, is over processing or over compressing. Or over reverb because the scatters and
60s
the
rock
sound will
vibes,
touch it
John
and start
Spatala.
fucking making a cloud.
Yes.
And so a lot of times when you do that, you over process, too much compression on certain things, and then you compensate in other areas. It will make just a big foggy track. For that, I still think it was pretty decent. I'm giving it a 7 too.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys.
7s across the board. Good stuff.
Fantastic. Next up, we got Shane Phipps with a track that he's sending called One
I want
Night.
to say something real quick. You guys, thanks so much for bearing with us. I know this season isn't what we all expected, and we've been so busy on the other side of things that maybe
Dude, you have no
maybe we need to
fucking
get back to the old drawing board a little bit on what the show started on, how much fun it was. And maybe a little more prep.
I'm just having a slow day. That's all really what's going on.
It's not just that.
The reason why we don't have any viewers is because we didn't Karma Harvest.
Well, it's not that we don't have any viewers. We have viewers.
We had some, but I mean, our original, our average viewership, because we didn't put the
Well, we're
effort in
restarting a season.
the
That's not the point of what I'm saying. The point of what I'm saying is we appreciate everybody tuning in, and we're gonna keep trying to do this week by week. I mean, like it is tough sometimes. Life throws you curveballs, and it just takes away time out of your day for other shit.
It's like we've been in
And prep isn't one of those
We've been in
things.
one of those batting ranges, and somebody just has one of those.
They took the
pitching
guard off the
machines,
pitching machine,
and
and
it's
the
just
balls
like,
are just flying. We just got balls hitting us all up in the face
We're
on a
getting
constant
on a
basis.
constant basis.
So we appreciate
battered
everybody
by
hanging in there
balls.
with us and taking the balls to the chin, just like us.
Yeah.
I do want to say this will be our last song of the night because we do got to do run to a gig.
Yep.
But we are going to come back next week. Hopefully, have even more better and awesome content to bring you. I do still have all your addresses. Those of you that are getting prints, I did not forget about you.
Yes,
I got
we're
them
sending
printed.
those.
Just got to throw them in some shit and send them out. So once again, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. You guys are awesome. You're really the reason that we.
You know what's crazy?
do
Nobody
this.
ever got to see our fucking Barack Obama and Biden video. I can
Dude,
play that right now.
It's not that funny.
It is kind of funny.
It's hilarious.
It's kind of funny. I'm playing it.
Well, don't play Shane Phipps' song.
Shane Phipps for playing his song.
And then maybe.
And then you guys are going to see
I'm
a
gonna,
very
I'm gonna try to
special-
talk you out of this
a
idea.
very,
No,
very
I
special
agree.
production. You're going to love it.
2/3 of the vote, Paul.
Steal the
rock
boat or stop the steal. All right, One Night in Key West by Shane Phipps. I look forward to it. Good to hear from you again, Shane.
The sky was red as blood, like someone stabbed the sun. The thief who stole her heart was out there on the run, staring out across the sea and feeling like a refugee. She paced the crowded Sunset Pier alone. She wandered down Duval Street, getting high on drinks. She aimed to tie one on until she couldn't think. She found herself in Fogarty's and wound up sitting next to me. Something about her chilled me to the bone. The nights are hot in Old Key West. They'll have you gasping for your breath when you meet the lonely girl who takes you flying around the world, right there on the streets of Old Key West. She looked into my eyes like she was trying to read. She said, let's go get lost. She didn't have to plead. We found our way to my hotel, halfway between heaven and hell, and coupled with the rhythms of the night. And when the rooster crowed, I reached across the bed. Instead of feeling her, I found a note that read, I didn't even get your name, but you sure helped me kill some pain, and I will treasure what we shared last night. I'll never see her again, but I will always be possessed by one single night back then, and the girl in Old Key West. The nights are hot in Old Key West. They'll have you gasping for your breath when you meet the lonely girl who takes you flying around the world, right there on the streets of Old Key West.
I like what you're doing here, man. It was like a Hotel California type of thing, except in Florida. Hotel Florida, except instead of being about, the state, it was about a chick, and I love that.
Yeah.
It makes me want to see if I can go to Key West, Florida, if they'll let me in, and if I can find myself a sweet little bitty to call my own and take her back to Nebraska.
Nebraska.
It's probably
White leather to the knee.
White leather to the knee.
And we in the tropics.
Okay, yeah. Take me to Key West. It's
Listen.
a very catchy song. I'm bopping this off at a 7.5.
A what?
7.5.
That's a good score. I'm not quite there. There's a couple things wrong with the song. A couple parts, your pitch is completely, I want to say off. It's just a couple spots. I think it was towards the, I don't know, two-thirds through the song, there's a spot in there where you layered vocals and you were just off key. And so, like, off Key West.
Off Key West.
Like,
I didn't pick that up, but I feel you.
It was definitely in there. Also, there's just something with the vocals, man. Like, you did it. You sound so clear. You sound too clear. Your voice is bursting through the track, almost like it's bursting through like it's a stomach, like the alien. Like that shit. That's what I feel like. It's almost as if you took like the vocal processing aspect you went really light on, which I can agree to a certain extent. But your voice is pretty naturally airy and bolsterous, just not unlike that girl from Prior.
Yes.
I feel like there's no shelf for your vocals to sit on. And what you did was you took the whole track, and then you took your vocals and you just like shrunk them down so they just weren't that loud, and just popped it in there. I think you might need some more compression on the vocals. Either that or tone them down a bit some way. But they did sound really clear, and for that, they were pretty good. But just not a lot of vocal processing on there. This sounds a little too dry. I'd pick that up. And then also, I would say, just pick your spots of the song where you're going to change, because I feel like certain changes in vocals aren't necessary. Like, and you see this a lot of time, especially with live singers, or once again, I always bring back karaoke because it's the most pure, it's the purest form of seeing anybody sing. They're not prepped for it at all. You know, it's one take. And I see this a lot is where people they'll, I want to say, like, they'll try to do too much.
Yeah.
You know, they'll try to go and like reach and then like, you know, do all these different like vocal effects with just their voice. And a lot of times you can just smooth it out, you know, instead of like hitting certain notes, maybe just smooth it or make it shorter in those spots. If that makes any sense. I don't know if it makes sense.
I think you are. I feel like I am.
And it's what I
specifically
feel
when you say
inside.
it, when you say it with like an
When I say it with
it really
emphasis,
gets me
you guys will
believing
believe it.
Yeah. Tell me I'm good.
What I say is what I say.
So that's what I would do, Shane. I would just try that out. Give it a little bit of, I don't know, just more vocal processing, and maybe in that one spot. God, I wish we had time to play these back.
Yeah.
You know, just to pick spots to like exactly what spot I'm talking about. But you'll find it about 2/3 of the way through the song, and you're off key. So I dial it back just a tad and try to smooth her out.
Yeah.
And then you're smooth sailing.
This
I give it a
just
7.
in, Paul gives the song a 6.5. We're going directly to Bob. What is that about?
I'm right in between you guys. I was gonna go with a 7 on that. It was a good song. It just it reminded me of like Red Hot Chili Peppers, if they were from like Florida, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
White leather to the knee, man.
But it was a good track.
White leather to the knee. Why do you keep on saying? What is that?
If you don't know, you can't afford it, honey.
Oh shit!
Why are you asking stupid questions? All right.
What the fuck?
What is that? It's white leather to the knee.
White leather
All right,
to
ladies
the
and gentlemen,
knee.
thank you so much for tuning in.
Hold on.
What?
I'm gonna show them a quick video.
There's 4 people watching.
Well, you guys are the winners because you get to see this great video.
This is great.
It was supposed to be for a thing
It's pretty hilarious.
It's pretty great.
that we were doing, and it just turned into be too much.
I mean, did it?
It did, and I feel like we shit it down our leg.
We shit it down our leg.
It was supposed to be funnier. I don't know. I just feel like we do these things where we think something, we go with an idea that's a good idea at first, and then it just gets funnier to us in our heads because we're idiots. Yeah. And then before you know it, we just go on this problem like, and everybody's just like, that was weird, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, they don't think it's very funny.
Yeah. All right. This is taking too long, man.
Hold on. It's been a long
hot.
time. It's been a long time.
Sweaty. I need a rag
it's
for
been a
my
long
head.
day. Okay, we're all tired. We're all hungry.
I am starving.
I'm fucking.
Wait, where'd they go? Are they here? Are they still here?
Who there?
Who there?
Who there?
Who there?
I think it's this. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Freedom skip. All right. Boom. This has got to work. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, I gotta turn the music on.
To be 100% wash my hands of this because
it was Bob's idea.
Well,
Yeah.
I had no part
He wrote
in
and
any of
directed
this.
the entirety of this.
I had no part in any
I
of
did,
this.
and I'm not proud of it.
Oh, it's okay, Paul.
Jesus Christ.
What are we looking at?
I don't
here?
know. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, because the backgrounds. Hold on.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's just me looking like a white Obama.
You guys know what's going on back there. Hold on now.
Can they hear it?
Yeah, they can hear it.
Come in.
Can they hear
Get
us?
these guys
too?
out of here. Yeah, they can hear us.
Oh, shit.
Hello.
You gotta start over there,
Yes,
buddy.
it is I, the
Everything is all
graceful
fucked
and
up, bro.
insatiable.
Get over here. All right.
Then I want to end the show.
Too bad. Hold on.
Start it over, please.
Come in. Have a seat.
All right. Can we hear it? How do we hear it?
Mute us. But
Come in. Hello. Yes, it is I, the graceful and insatiable Donald. Thank you. Oh, Donald, come in. Have a seat. Nice time, Barry. What were you at a funeral?
That's a pretty good one, Donald. You got me on that one, buddy. You got me on that one.
Well, quite frankly, I was just swinging through the neighborhood, and I wanted to stop and see how my good buddy Barry O was doing.
Well, Donald, I'm not doing too good. Not doing too good.
Well, why not?
This just came across my desk this morning, and why don't you take a look for yourself?
Okay. Yes, I see there's some words here that are saying something.
You know what? Well, I'll just read. I'll just read. Sure. Well, Donald, it says here that on November 3rd, the citizens of the great state of South Dakota voted to legalize the use and sale of both recreational and medicinal marijuana. And now their governor is trying to fight them on that and take their right to vote from them. Using their own tax dollars, from what I understand as well. And finding some sort of a loophole here that says it's unconstitutional. Now, Donald, last I've heard, this is America, and that means voters' voice, voters' choice.
You know, for me, quite frankly, there's nothing like coming home after a long day of work, slipping into my favorite pair of silken jammies, grabbing my limited edition Michael Franti Live DVD, and rolling up a big spliff. And I'm talking, this spliff's gonna be huge. I'm talking this spliff it's enormous. It's the biggest spliff you've ever seen. And just really just relaxing and chilling out. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of my favorite things to do.
I could not agree with you more, but that's not the only reason people want to legalize cannabis.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's multiple reasons. Cannabis has been proven to help people with stuff like pain relief, PTSD, even depression, seizures, arthritis, and so much more. And it's also been proven to inhibit cancer cell growth and prevent and treat diabetes. That's pretty mind-blowing stuff, isn't it?
Wow, you know what, Barry? I gotta tell you, that sounds like one amazing plant.
Yeah.
Joe, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to stay in the guest house.
I know. But I heard you guys hanging out in here. I'm upset because I wasn't invited.
Joe, did you drink the special tea I left for you in your room?
Yeah, I did. And it made me tired. I mean, sleepy.
Well, Joe, that's probably why you think you weren't invited. Because you're asleep right now. This is actually all a dream.
Wow. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah. So, Joe, why don't you go back to sleep while you're in your dream, and then you will wake up in real life, and you can come join us. How's that sound?
That's a great idea. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. It's great to be number one. President of the United States of America. Wow. Joe Biden. President.
All right, go get him, Tiger. You can get him.
Wow. Just wow. Does that work every time?
Every single time. It's astounding, really.
Nice. Say, Barry, speaking of which, perhaps you and I could end this conversation, go burn one down, and listen to the brand new, newly released Camp Comfort album I just purchased today. It is fire, and you are going to love it.
Say less, homie. Say less. How's it going, folks? It's me, Barry O. And I want to talk to you about an event like no other. Of course, I'm talking about the Freedom We're On It live streaming event, fundraiser, and benefit coming March 20th. Join me and so many others as we stand up for our rights and fight for legalized medicinal and recreational cannabis. We'll be featuring bands such as Michael Franti, Indubious, Camp Comfort, High Rise, the Cody Blackbird Band, and so many more. Please join us and be a part of great things and fight for freedom, and of course, fight for America.
Yeah, come on, folks, it's simple. Yeah, Gary, you'll never catch me. Your training can prepare you for this. Now, I was number 2 in the basketball team in 1885, and I will always be number 1. Come on, folks, legalize it.
Okay.
I hate that so much more now that I watched it again.
Me too.
It's
so stupid.
It's not as funny as we thought it was. You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
The problem is
that
we get all high.
I had no voice. We said we were going to do the skit. We came up with it in like an hour, and we were like, "This is good. This will be good." And I still think the concept is funny. I just don't think I sound like in that.
You had your voice was.
It was gone, and we were just like, "Well, we got to do it," because we said we're going to do it, so we're going to do it. And I didn't sound like Barry-O.
No.
And now, as you can see, I definitely sound much more like
Now,
Barack
does
Obama.
this count as blackface? Well, we did discuss that, but I think you're good.
That's like beige face. That's not even.
He's still like.
I'm like white milk cream. Yeah. I'm like creamed milk, but chocolate. It's like. Oh my
man.
God!
All right.
You look great.
We got it. Anyway.
We got to split. Listen, thanks for watching the plug.
Yep.
It's
see
gonna
you
be
guys next time.
It's gonna be another
It's gonna
great
get
time.
better.
No, I was gonna say a great time.
Oh, sorry.
On next Friday, so make sure you tune in.
Yes.
Yeah. See
I'll
you
be
guys
more
then.
awake. We'll all be in here. We'll be doing good things together.
Good night.
Thank you so
Bob.
much, and to yous, Bob.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Yes, have a great one.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Hands across America.